Hi everyone and welcome. If you're new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Today we are going to do a makeup with the products which are rated number 1 in Nykaa. So all the makeup products which I'm going to use today are the number 1 rated in Nykaa. So it keeps changing sometimes, but I've got the maximum products which are rated number 1 in Nykaa website or in the Nykaa app. So today let's go ahead and try with all the number 1 products from Nykaa and see how the outcome is. So let's start with the primer. So the number 1 rated primer in Nykaa is the Embryolisse cream. So this is actually a moisturizing cream which has multiple functions, so it also acts as a primer. This is really great. I got it recently. Initially I was using Neutrogena. That is also really great, but I saw a lot of influencers using this as a base for their makeup, so I wanted to try this, and this is the number 1 rated primer in Nykaa. So let's try this today. As I said, this acts like a moisturizer and a primer, so you really don't need a separate primer if you're using this product. So this is actually very lightweight, and it gives that good finish and a proper base for your makeup. But I feel it's kind of got a smell like that Borolin smell. So this one will suit any skin type. If you're oily, dry skin, for any skin type, this one will really go well. So I have tried for the last 2 weeks and I find it really great. Next we'll do some color correcting. So under the category of under eye concealers, Insight concealer is rated number 1. So I'm using the orange corrector, which is a tangy orange shade today, to correct the pigmented areas of my face and the dark circles. So this is how the shade is. It's a nice bright orange shade. So I'm going to use very little, not too much. It actually blends in really well. But coverage wise, I feel it gives you a kind of a light to medium coverage. So this product is really affordable. If I'm not wrong, you will get it for rupees 80 or 90. There are different shades available, warm yellow, orange corrector. I think you also have the green corrector as well. So there are multiple shades available in this, and it's just rupees 95 or something. Next, we'll move on to concealing. And for concealing, the number 1 rated product is the Maybelline's Age Rewind Concealer. And I have the shade Caramel. So I've used this a lot. This is really great. It gives you a great coverage. Shade wise, for me, it's a little bit kind of a yellowish, but however, once I set it with the full makeup, it really looks good. So let's try it. So this is how the the concealer is. So you need to twist to get the product on the on the applicator. So this blends in very, very beautifully, and as I said, the coverage is also really great. So it is buildable. I haven't applied too much today. It is buildable, but one thing which I have noticed, if you apply too much of this product, it actually creases a little. So a little goes a long way. So a little product is more than sufficient to go ahead and cover your pigmented areas. So you can see here, it's given you a pretty good coverage. It has covered the pigmented areas and the darker circles. You can actually, apply a little bit more, as I said. But for me, for today, I think this is sufficient. Next, we'll move on to the foundation. So this keeps changing. Usually, the Maybelline Fit Me foundation is always rated number 1. But it keeps switching between this and the M.A.C Studio Fix, powder plus foundation. So this is the Studio Fix range from M.A.C, and most of the times this is also rated number 1, but this is more like a compact form of foundation, a powder foundation, and this is the liquid based foundation. So today we'll use this Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the most affordable, best foundation which you could ever find, and I have the shade 312. I'm not going to apply too much. I'm going to get to a medium coverage kind of makeup. So I've applied only, a little amount. This foundation is actually, worth to be the number one foundation because it blends in really well. It is affordable. It gives a great coverage, and it lasts for a really, a long time, the makeup. And one thing about this foundation, it is oxidizes a lot. So you need to buy a shade lighter than your skin tone. If you buy the shade which is similar to your skin, it will definitely make it look more darker. For me, actually 330 is like an exact shade for my skin, but it oxidizes. So I do not choose 330. I choose 312, which after oxidization, it really goes well with my skin tone. Next, let's set this base with the compact. So Studio Fix MAC foundation, powder foundation is the number one from a foundation category. But from a compact category, the Maybelline Fit Me Compact is the number one rated compact. Again, the most affordable and great compact powder you can have. And I have the shade Sun Beige, which goes well with my skin after applying all the makeup. This shade goes really well to set my base. So this is the shade Sun Beige. I'll use a powder brush and I'll go ahead and set this base. So this gives you a very nice finish, a mattifying finish. If you're an oily skin person, this is a really great compact to have. And if you're looking for a loose powder category, the K Beauty's loose powder is rated number one. So that is also a really great, loose powder. I haven't used it, but I've heard multiple reviews that it is great. So if you're looking for a loose powder, K Beauty's is the number one rated in Nykaa. Next, we'll do some eye makeup. So first we'll do with the brows. So I usually don't do much of my brows, the eyebrow makeup, but today let's try this. So this is the number one rated in Nykaa for eyebrow pencils. This is the Insight smudge free eyebrow pencil, and I have the shade brown. So you have this type of an eyebrow pencil, and you also have a spoolie behind. So let's try this today. So I have tried this. This is really good. It gives a really good finish. So I have taken brown. If I'm not wrong, black only will suit me. But anyways, let me try this. I really don't do much of my eyebrows. You can see I haven't even, shaped my eyebrows well. So this is a pretty good one, but as I don't use much of eyebrows, I really don't have much to comment about this, but you can definitely give it a try. It is really affordable. Next, we'll move on to the eyeshadow palette, and the number one rated eyeshadow palette in Nykaa is the Mars Dance of Joy eyeshadow palette. So this is a new one which I've got. I haven't tried it, but the shades are really beautiful in this. So these are the shades which is there, which gives you a kind of a subtle eye makeup you can do with this. So I'm going to do a very light eye makeup with this. So let's try and see how pigmented this is and how good the finish is. I'm using a lighter brown shade as a transition shade. This is quite pigmented. I actually took a very light brown shade, and it's giving a quite pigmented finish. I'm not very sure about the shades which are available in this palette. I think I have the shade 2. Not sure if there are shades, but I will provide those details in the description. It's quite pigmented and the finish is also really good. Next, I'll use a darker brown shade in the corners. So you can see, I hope you can see, this is like really nicely pigmented, and I like the shades as well. Now I'll take a shimmery shade and I'll apply it in the inner corners. So the finish you get with this product is like really amazing. It's affordable and the pigmentation is great. It blends in very well and the finish is absolutely wonderful. So it's definitely worth it to be rated number one. Now let's move on to eyeliner. So in eyeliner, most of the time the Maybelline's Colossal eyeliner is always rated number one. Sometimes it keeps changing, so now I'm not very sure. This one is really great. I have tried it. I don't do much of eyeliners. Again, I have hooded eyes, so I don't do much of eyeliner. Very, very, light, very close to the lash line is where I use. So today I'm going to use the same. Okay, so the brush, the stroke is very, very thin and it's very easy to apply. So as I said, I don't do much of eyeliner because I have hooded eyes. If I apply a little bit more, it will not really look good for my eyes. So a very thin layer close to the lash line is what I do. Next, we'll move on to the kajal. So for kajal, the number one rated in Nykaa is the Renee's Midnight Kajal Kohl. So this is like, great. It's got multiple reviews. I have tried it once. Again, kajals, what I feel is after applying it, the next day my under eyes look very, very dark. I feel the same with this as well, but it's number one rated. It's highly pigmented and it gives you a very beautiful finish. So let's try it. So you can see here in a single stroke, I just got a very beautiful, pigmented finish. So this one is really good. You can see the finish you get. It's like highly pigmented and it gives you a nice look to your eyes. Next, we'll move on to mascara, and the number one rated mascara in Nykaa is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. This is like absolutely great. It gives you great volume. It's waterproof and it stays for a really, really long time. I really love this mascara. So let's try it today. So I hope you can see it gives a really nice volume. I really love it. Next, we'll move on to the blush category. So again, here it keeps changing. Most of the time you have Pixie blush as the number one blush, but recently we had K Beauty's blush as the number one blush. I don't have the Pixie blush, but I do have this K Beauty. We can try this, and I have the shade Rustic Rush, which is really great for a medium to deep skin tone. It is a liquid blush, so let's try that today. So very little is more than sufficient for you to get a very nice, a subtle look. It blends in very, very beautifully. You can see the finish. It gives you a nice, beautiful, that blush look. I really love this, the blush from K Beauty. Next, we'll move on to the highlighter. So in highlighter, actually the number one rated is this Swiss Beauty Real Makeup Base Highlighting Primer. But this is actually a primer which gives you that, highlighted look before applying your makeup. This goes really well for dry skin people. I don't use this much. Only times when I really need that glow, and during winters I will use it. But this is the number one rated. But I won't be trying this today because, on top of this makeup, I'm not sure how it's gonna look because this is more like a primer. But today, this one as well keeps switching between number one and two, which is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, and I have the shade 4 medium. So this is one of the best highlighter. So currently, if I'm not wrong, it's rated number 2. But comparing to this as a highlighter, I think this is a better choice to use highlighter. So today I'll be using this. So very little. So you don't have to use this as a highlighter. Some use this as a foundation directly, but today we'll use it as a highlighter. I'm using very little. So this gives you a nice glow. So you can see that beautiful glow which you get. So you can directly use it after your, moisturizer, or a concealer, which will give you that, that medium coverage kind of a highlighted look. But if you're an oily skin person, this may not suit you well because it will make your skin more oily is what I feel. So you need to set it well with a proper matte compact or a loose powder. But for dry skin people, just amazing. So I use this like this as a highlighter, which is great for a oily skin person. Next, we'll move on to the lip liner. So in Nykaa, the number one rated lip liner is the Swiss Beauty's Bold Matte Lip Liner, and I have a lot of shades from this Swiss Beauty lip liner, and today I'm going to be using the bright maroon shade. So this is really great. It gives you that matte finish and it doesn't transfer. It gives that smooth, line, and it's very affordable. You get it for $69 if I'm not wrong. So you can see how beautifully I can, line it. Next, we'll move on to lipstick, and in the liquid lipstick category, the #1 rated lipstick is the Maybelline's Vinyl Ink Superstay liquid lipstick, and I have the shade Lippy. This is a really great lipstick. Initially, you will feel it is very sticky, but it takes some time to settle in. Once it settles in, it gives you that nice glossy, matte finish, and it doesn't transfer. And it lasts for a really, really long time. So we'll try this today, and if you're looking for a bullet lipstick, a cream-based lipstick, the K Beauty's hydrating lipstick is rated #1. That I haven't tried, but I've heard multiple reviews about it, which I'll try soon. But today, we'll try this. And this shade Lippy is really great. It will suit any skin tone. You can see the finish you get. It gives a kind of that glossy finish. Initially, as I said, it will feel a little bit sticky, but it takes some time to settle in. Once it settles in, it's like just great. Now the last one is the bronzer, and the #1 rated bronzer in Nykaa is the Benefit Cosmetics Hoola bronzer. This is the brown shade, and this is the mini version which I got. I just wanted to try. I think this is a little bit lighter for my skin tone, but I still got it. This is how the shade is. I like bronzers and contouring. So I didn't do contouring today, but I wanted to do bronzing. So I'll be using this, and this is really good. It gives a very subtle finish. Maybe the shade is a little lighter for my skin, but still, the finish is really good. So I'll just use a little bit today. So it gives that nice sun-kissed look. I really like the finish. It's very light, I know, but still, it gives that subtle sun-kissed look. I'm not sure if it is really visible, but you really get that look with this. So this is also really good. It's a little bit expensive, but if you want, you can give it a try. But that's rated #1. And finally, with the makeup fixer, the #1 rated in Nykaa is the Swiss Beauty's makeup fixer. So this is a really great one. I use it a lot. It is really affordable, and it keeps your makeup, intact for a really long time. So today, let's use this. So this is the finish you get with all the #1 rated products from Nykaa, and I really love the finish. All the products are really great, so no wonder they are rated #1. Most of the products are affordable, so you can definitely give it a try. I will provide all the details of the products which I used in the description. You can have a look at it and purchase them if you like it. I hope this video was useful and you liked it. If you like it, please click on like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and have a great day ahead.